WhatsApp. So we're going to go over to our third speaker. We're going to go to the United States of America, and I'm introducing Sriman Bhagavati Kanta Dasa, who I actually met through Shanta Maharaj. And this person is a very, very sweet person. I'm going to do a short, actually quite a long intro. He's given me a wonderful bio here. So Prabhu was initiated by Srila Gurudeva in 2004. He's the developer of Bhakti Base app on Apple and Android, which contains all of Gurudeva's books. That's a fantastic app, actually. He's the founder of Gokul Bhajan Satsang in North Carolina in America since 2007. He's preaching every Friday. He has the master's degree in computer science from IIT and a PhD in natural health, which is quite a combo because it's like two sides of the brain. He's produced 560 or more episodes on Vedic teachings with multimedia focusing on helping serving children. He gives Saturday classes on advanced scripture. He helped buy land for Ranganath Gaudiya Math in Bangalore for Gurudev. Oh, that must be the one Vaikuntha Maharaj served in, right? And established a Gaudiya temple in Kanyakumari in South India for Srila Gurudev, and a new Gaudiya temple is in construction in Nigeria for Srila Gurudev. He's authored, composed, and sung about 200 easy bhajan to bring children into Krishna consciousness. And he's part of the fabulous IPBYS, International Pure Bhakti Yoga Society Prison Ministry program led by the Santi Didi. He's translated and published several of Gurudev's books in South Indian language Tamil, which is closely related to Sanskrit. And he's produced and staged about 20 professional dramas for large audiences. And yeah, and he's got more than 300 videos on YouTube. So a prolific gentleman, a very sweet gentleman, and a darling godbrother. Over to you, Prabhu. Please take the Zoom Vyasa-san. It is all yours. We look forward to your Pushpanjali. Sriman Bhagavati Kanta Dasa. Haribol. Welcome over to
Krishna.
The US. You're in, remind me which state you're in, I forgot. Which part of America are you in, Prabhu?
Yes, I am from North Carolina.
Oh, you're in North Carolina, yes. Okay.
North Carolina.
Lovely to see you again.
Yes.
And look at your background. I've got to go to you for some backgrounds, man. You've got the best backgrounds going. Wow.
I don't know.
I'm jealous of the Italian, and now I'm jealous of all the backgrounds. Lovely to see you. Oh, you're starting at 108 UK time. That's very auspicious. 108.
Okay. Om Anjana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Sakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Itinamine Sri Krishna Lila Kadane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunaisya Yuktam Varam Vareniyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Sirasa Namami Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. First of all, please accept my Dandavat Pranams to every Vaishnava and Vaishnavi. And my special thanks to Sri Yashorandan Prabhu and his wonderful team, who which is putting all of us actually together. And also thanks for allowing me to really speak. So this is my very humble Pushpanjali to Srila Gurudev. As with every one of us, my association with Srila Gurudev is, of course, very special. But unlike others, I didn't have that kind of chance to really directly associate with him personally. But most of the time, I was so blessed with something very auspicious for me was he appears in my dream very, very often. So I feel that Gurudev is living in our house and guiding us at every moment. So looking at my life as a flashback, as how I got connected to Srila Gurudev, In fact, I was associating with ISKCON since 1979 when I was living in India. Then I came to USA and lived in Virginia. And one of my ISKCON friends, Govardhana Prabhu, he used to come to our home. And once when he came to our home, he just mentioned the name of our Gurudeva, saying that, oh, he's actually visiting US, and, he was, as soon as I heard his name, something was happening in me. I don't know, because I was hearing so many things. Then I started searching about Gurudeva in the internet. Of course, those days, we didn't have any computer at home. So I had to use it in the office. And I found several books. And that were translated in English. I printed them on the office. That was my, whenever I had the time, I used to grab a big book and then print it and then bring to home. And when traveling back and forth, I started reading. Something was very special, even though I had read so many books in Krishna consciousness, but this was very unique. And then I saw Gurudeva in a vivid dream. I was simply amazed. Then it happened. I moved to North Carolina because of my job change. As soon as I reached the North Carolina, on the very same day, I called Ramdas Prabhuji, because I saw in the book that he is the one who is actually distributing books. So it was so nice that I called him, and then he said, "Hi, all right, you are here. Okay, come on for the dinner prasadam today." So on the same day, I started the day at his home, and he was the one who introduced more and more, and he was supplying books now, real books. So Ramdas Prabhu is my second step in getting closer to Gurudeva. I cannot forget. Then at his home, in one of the Satsanga program, I met Sripad Tandi Maharaj and Sripad Mukunda Prabhu and other Vaishnavas also. I can't really, I didn't remember that time. And more Satsangas followed. And then the idea of a temple in Bangalore was also mentioned by Tandi Maharaj. So he asked if I could help, because we came to know that we both studied in the same IIT Chennai. So he was 2 years senior to me. So he left the campus and I entered. So we were so felt closer. Then I was thinking, and then I was actually that time saving my the savings for education of my second son. But then I decided I'm going to give all of them to buy this land for Gurudev's temple. The land was purchased. And it was about more than 5 acres, actually, little more than 5 acres. It is now so nice there. Anyway, so that was actually the different thing that happened later. So when we were in North Carolina, we moved to a new house in January 2004. That was a time that Srila Gurudeva was supposed to come and then give a Bhakti festival. Ramdas Prabhu, Dandi Maharaj, Mukunda Prabhu, then they were all at the setting of this special thing. It was, I think, about April or May 2004, I believe. So the festival was actually a place very near to the ISKCON temple, Hillsborough, to there. We used to go there too. And Gurudeva was supposed to come to our home for the very first program and also stay at our home for 1 or 2 days. I even arranged for his morning walk place and so on. Then the shocking news came. Due to his health condition, his doctors suggested to cancel Gurudev's trip to go to North Carolina. We were so devastated. So many, devotees also came. And then you may not believe, in our home, there were about 23 or I lost the count. That many devotees came and stayed there because of the festival. Now everything cancelled. So, but Gurudev apparently ordered that the sannyasis could really still, go ahead and then do the program. So again, the first program was supposed to be at our home. All the Maharajas and so many, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and they all came to our home. And that was the time we just moved to the home also. So it was wonderful. And then that festival, like this bond, this is not the exact bond, it was something similar. So the program was actually going on with the help of all the Maharajas and then the Vaishnavas. But Gurudev was actually on and off on the phone, and the Maharajas gave the classes. That time, I took my Harinam initiation by phone from Gurudev, by phone that time. So subsequently, a yearly festival came in 2005. That was in Houston. Of course, many of you might have been there too. So still then, I had not seen Gurudev in person. We were going for the very first program in our life. We have never heard about this kind of festival because we are so new. My heart was fluttering with the excitement that I was going to see Gurudev for the very first time in my life. I have been actually seeing him in dreams. Oh, it was wonderful. Now I am going to see the real person, in real. So then, with so much excitement, I was just getting into the, entering into the hall-like room there. I could not believe. When I saw Gurudev just there, I noticed that something was getting into my heart. I'm not able to describe. And I forgot myself for a minute or so. I have no idea what happened. I felt that I was able to see the same person I saw in the dream. Now it's real, for the very first time. And in fact, I saw that I was seeing my own father. I was wondering why I did not meet my father for so long. The program was over. I don't know how much that went into my dream. Most of the time I was just watching to watch the Gurudev rather than hearing what he was actually even preaching. And the time just flew. Everyone got up and Gurudev was about to leave. Along with the crowd, I also walked out behind Gurudev. And we are coming out, and then Gurudev was actually coming slowly, and then he just stopped there, just coming out of the entrance. And I noticed that all of a sudden that Gurudev was coming near to me somewhat, where I was standing. And Ramdas Prabhu, who was a key devote, the Vaishnava for me, he was also standing to my left side, and he was actually talking to Gurudev, saying, "Oh, by the way, this is Bhagavati," because I already got the name anyway. So Bhagavati Kanta, and he was the one who was also, trying to help the Bangalore temple and everything. But anyway, so he knew everything. He knows everyone's heart. He looked at me. And he called me to come closer to him. Next moment, I could not believe my eyes. He grabbed me and took me closer and he embraced me tightly. My left cheek was touching his right cheek, where there was, you may know, there is a mole. There was a large mole there. I simply got shocked. I was, shivering kind of, like an electric shock. He looked at my face closely and smiling, he just smiled at me. And I was desperate looking for words as what to say. No words came from my mouth. And the next moment, I noticed that something was entering and I did not know what it was. I was slipping down to his lotus feet with my head and my hands touching his lotus feet. That is it. I was so satisfied. And Gurudev smiled again at me and he was slowly walking away. I got up and looked at Gurudev and noticed that the whole crowd of devotees seemed to wonder, who the heck is this guy? Because this was the very first time they also would have seen me. Anyway, then subsequently, when I was there, I took my Diksha also from Srila Gurudev. So that was another thing, because I didn't know a lot of things there. Only communication was through dreams only. And when I came to really take the Diksha, I did not even shave. I totally forgot. And I went to the room and the Gurudev was there. Oh, you didn't shave. But, he was so merciful. He at least gave me the Diksha that time. So since I met Gurudev and took Diksha, I was feeling so many things happening to me. My attitude was changing. In fact, because, being, studied from IIT Chennai, because most of the IITs say, they're all CEOs or, CTOs, very, very high position. High position came to me. But my attitude was changing. No, I'm not going to go in that direction. I was so interested in reading more and more of his books. Then Gurudev instructed, as he was instructing, because he gave some 4 things for me to follow. Read all his books, translate as many books that and the 2 more he gave. I've written everything, trying to follow. Then, third one is associate with the high-class Vaishnavas, and then completely renounce. So these were the 4 things. So I started translating the books into Tamil. At that time, Achyuta Krishna Prabhu from Virginia was actually also helping me to arrange it for typings and also funds so that we could really print the books. And we are targeting the distribution at Singapore and Malaysia through disciples living there. So it was going on. And next year, I was so excited to join the next Bhakti festival. I think it was in Florida, I think. By that time, I translated and printed several small books in Tamil. Every time I visit Gurudev, I decided to really bring 2 or 3 books. So when I came to Florida, I handed over a few printed books to Gurudev. Oh, he loved it. So he loved the book translation and blessed. Then I also used to join the morning walk with Gurudev. But of course, I didn't know a lot of things there. I was so new. But I used to walk behind, and then for some reason that I was actually coming closer and closer. And it so happened that because, I really gave the books that time, and then also Gurudev, saw me, and then that actually attracted me to go a little closer. Then I was actually walking just very near to me. He said, "Have you come to Vrindavan?" I said, "No, Guruji." Then he said, "You should come to Vrindavan. I should see you there." It was to tell you more things, but this one stood out very, very strongly. I was walking with Gurudev for several minutes. He was, oh my God, what an auspicious thing that I really had with Gurudev, even though it was just a few moments. I felt so happy and felt that the visit was so successful. Gurudev's words are very powerful. As exactly he wanted, I was there for the very next Karti Parikrama in Vrindavan. Yes, it was the very first time there too. I attended so many of his lectures, especially the one who gave in Radha Kunda. I still cannot go out from, still in my heart. In fact, consecutively, we are attending Vrindavan Parikrama almost every year. And as usual, every time we saw Gurudev, there were at least some new books getting translated and then given to him. So this was how I was starting to get association with Gurudev. So by this time, the Bangalore place was already bought anyway. So the construction of the temple was actually going on. And Dandi Maharaj is the one who is really running it. And Gurudev actually could visit. Even before the new temple is done, there was actually some structure there actually. So Gurudev was actually staying there. And from there, actually, I was, I could talk to Gurudev on the phone. And he expressed his happiness about this Ranganath Gaudiya Mata that was coming along. So that was another, I feel so happy that I could really serve Gurudev. This all my full in my heart with so much of memories. As the days passed, so many things started changing. My mind was not in continuing the mundane work. No. I told that, so many, opportunities came actually, very high position. In fact, my own colleague, they are CEOs in, big companies. But I never wanted, no. I wanted to give my entire life only at the lotus feet of my Gurudev. So I resigned my job throughout. So it was a very precious job, very big. And Srila Gurudev was instructing me through dream about how I should have satsang around and bring families to Krishna. From 2007, we had started this, satsang in North Carolina. But we started to really start with the children. Because here, because that was the easy one that for me. I thought somehow I was inclined to. And with their parents, of course. We started with about 10 to 12 children. We are singing, but something was happening. We are singing a lot of bhajans, Bengali and Sanskrit. And after some time, they said, no, children, it is too much. Their parents started complaining. They cannot understand. These are only 4 years old or, 6-year-old. How can they understand? So I didn't really realize. Then I was thinking, how can we really bring the children? So then the idea of bridging came. Right? Because they're not high advanced devotees. We are actually bringing from bottom. Then the ideas came. We should make some easy bhajans so that to bridge them. So the children will come, they will get attracted, and then they sing easily. And then as they grow, they just keep, then they get the higher taste. What the acharyas actually wanted to give. Yes, miraculously, by the power of Gurudev, so many easy bhajans really came. And I started putting a studio. Yeah, because right now I am actually talking from the same studio. We have a big studio, in fact, at home. And we encourage the children also come and sing. And as of now, we have about 200 easy bhajans. They are actually bridges only. They are not like real, very easy bhajans. And now we have noticed the trend now. When the new families come, the children always get attracted to that first naturally. And then as they grow, they get into the other. It's nicely that bridge is working on now. I really love that. Gurudeva, whatever that he was instructing, that is really working so good. And also Gurudeva and also Srila Prabhupada, they all love dramas. We made, with the help of the children and the parents, 20 plus dramas that we staged as a professional dramas, that kind of almost. And for the public, where we used to get about 2,000, 3,000 audience easily. So then we really, then we produced videos and classes and on-site. That's all happened. Anyway, the Bhakti-based mobile app is one of the services that I could really do for Gurudev. As my background is IT, and by the mercy of Vaishnavas and with the assistance of GVP, I could really write the code for really make the Bhakti base in Android and also iOS. Achyutananda Prabhu, that time he was Adam, Bhakta Adam. So he really helped me in actually doing a lot of all the communications and also data preparations and also testing. So we could release the app in 2016. So I'm sure that most of you at least may be really knowing about it. And then once when I was in Houston or Florida, again, it was probably third time or fourth time I met Srila Gurudev. On behalf of Google Bhajan and our group, I offered a garland to him. And when I was talking to him, his desire for a temple was inspiring through me. I think because we had a land. We had a land in Kanyakumari, all the way near the Kanyakumari beach, very, very near. That's the same place where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked, the same path, and the side is a place I really bought it. It was about 48 cents or something, about half an acre, something like that. So I was thinking, saying, oh, this also I should give it to Gurudev. So he was really forcing me, somehow inspiring me to say, oh, Gurudev, will there be a temple in the place in Kanyakumari? And he said, yes, go ahead. And this is, of course, I'm just playing very, just a footnote. This is the temple that we really have, which was, I think, 2019. Yeah, 2019, we really got the installation, everything done, and it's now amazingly running. Now, even though I am solo, Srila Gurudev, by his causeless mercy, he used to appear in my dreams. Through few of those dreams, the temple in Nigeria was also manifesting, because I visited Nigeria 2 times. Due to the causeless mercy of Ashram Maharaja, I was there. And that time, some of the devotees there, they really wanted to have a temple. And somehow, I don't know, it all happened. And now this temple is also being built. So we even celebrated the Janmashtami and Radhashtami of this year. But of course, the temple is not fully done yet. It is in construction. But Eventually, this is also going to come, and then it's another offering to Srila Gurudev. And now, this is something that I cannot forget. That is why you may see in this dress also. Due to his causeless mercy, Srila Gurudev used to appear in my dreams again and again, very, very frequently. I don't know, I'm not qualified. In one of them, he asked me to sit near to him. He was there in the dream. He was there, and with all the sannyasis, everybody, they're all there. And all of a sudden, I was sitting on the floor just watching Gurudev. He was talking something. All of a sudden, he really saw at me, and a small girl was also pointing me to really go near to Gurudev. And Gurudev is actually looking at me, and he says, yes, come. He called me. Then I was going, it was actually, I don't know what I was doing. And then I saw that I was sitting to his left side. There was a vacant space there, and he really placed me. And then he took his dress, the saffron cloth. He took it and put it on my lap, where of course I was having some whatever the dress, maybe white or something. And as soon as it touched on me, it was really changing that into first, it was the color of yellowish kind of. And then after that, I saw that it was a saffron. And near to me, all the Maharajas, everybody sitting there. And I was thinking, oh my God, how I really landed. How to talk to them. All the Maharajas that I know, they were all there. Then I woke up. I didn't know what to do with this. What is the message coming from Gurudev? And I was thinking and thinking. It was probably more than a year afterwards. Then I happened to get Srila Shanta Maharaj. He's so dear to us. He used to come to our home. We have his room, his room all the time. So that time, it was 2020. He came to North Carolina to participate in our Krishna Janmashtami. And that time, I was actually telling, this is so, I don't know what to do. What does it mean? What exactly the message is? Then he was, yes, you should really probably take Banaprastha now. And I can give that dress on behalf of Gurudev, and you take it. Then the further instruction will definitely come from Gurudev. So this is why I am like this. Even though I am living here, I am so totally in my own room, my own work. I don't live like Grahastha anymore. Preaching, translating books, and taking care of the temples, construction, this and everything. That is it. That my full time. There is no family life. I don't even go, wish to go to even our own relatives. No, I don't do that. So I don't know, Gurudev's mercy, all the way starting from that, and finally how it really ended up here there. And even now, today, because Gurudev was supposed to come to our home, we decorated. The decorations, some of the decorations are still there. And even the path where Gurudev was really supposed to be going for morning walking, we go every day. When we go for the walking, we think that, oh, Gurudev is walking in front of me. I'm just following him. That is how we do the walking every day. So this is my life. And Gurudev was so kind to me to allow me to translate his glorious books. Whenever I see these printed books, that brings tears in my eyes. Beyond Liberation, Butter Thief, Essence of Bhagavad-Gita, Going Beyond Vaikunta, Guru Devatma, Jayavadharma, which I just actually currently going on. I've completed 1 to 16. So what you see on the right side is the one which is supposed to be going for the printing. Shiva Tattva, then Rasamrita, Fearless Prince, and Undiscovered Self. And I also started about the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, but the thing is, how many things I can. So eventually, with his grace and power, I think that will happen. And I also thank Achyuta Krishna Prabhu from Virginia for supporting these wonderful translation for support and everything. And we could distribute that in Malaysia and Singapore. And now because we have a temple in Kanyakumari, so all these temples are actually whatever that we really we have now, they're all getting distributed there as well now. So now I am going to really conclude soon. That time Gurudev was manifesting the worldly pastime. Many doctors were engaged from all over the world, as you know, hoping to make Gurudeva to live longer. I was actually also devastated that, he was sick, feeling sick and everything. But then I was thinking, maybe I should give my body to Gurudev to live. Then I realized, no, my body is nonsense. How can I think? But I was thinking, what is the use of me living here? I can get out and then he can really continue live for more time. In fact, I wrote a letter. I, typed the email. But then I didn't send it. But I want to, because taking this opportunity, I want to really remember all those. But then everybody was telling, no, Gurudev is going to be here all right for a few more years. But he appeared in my dream and gave me final instructions, saying that he is going to be leaving. He showed me where he was going to join. Right in front of my eyes, he was joining with another 3 maids, like 3 girls. And he is the 4th one. I did not really understood for a long time. Now it makes sense who are those 4, these 4, and he is the 4th one. He just joined them. And even now I feel that he did not leave us. No. We have, as soon as we enter into our home, very first thing that anyone sees is the Gurudev's big garlanded picture. So he's living here. He is guiding us. So he used to say that, I am closer than the air you breathe. That is completely true. He never left us. I do not feel that, he is here. So by his causeless mercy, he's guiding us through so many ways, dreams and these and all the things. So, Vanja kalpa charuchecha, kripa sindupyevacha, paditanam vavanepyo, Vaishnavepyo, namo namaha. Jai Gurudev. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you again for giving this opportunity to at least express some of the memories. There are a lot of memories I cannot really share because I don't have time. So, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Pranams, Prabhu. That was really beautiful. So rich and so much ground you covered and a mountain of seva. I'm very much looking forward to starting our project, which we must still keep a little secret because I don't like to tell everybody.
Yeah, sure.
So we've done it, but I'm very excited that we're going to serve together soon. That Bhakti base you did, I didn't realize that was you. That's a fantastic, beautiful act. Who designed the skin? Who did the design? As opposed to the program.
Yeah. So the design, the layout and everything, and it was done by Sanatan Prabhu. Yeah, he was working in GVP for a while.
Who's that?
Sanatan Prabhu.
Sanatan.
His name was Sanatan Prabhu. Yeah. But I don't know whether he's still working in GVP. Yeah. So he was working in GVP that time. But he may not be. Yeah. He was really giving all the design, architecture of how the thing should look like. Then we took over, and then yes, coding.
Maybe you could. Do you think you could reach out to him, find out where he is?
Yeah, I think I should. Yeah, because there are some more books which really were actually published. They are not in the Bhakti Days app. Right. Because one of the things that we assumed was the app should be standalone by itself. That means it should not need any internet connection once it's downloaded. So we embedded all the books inside, and it is a self-contained product. So that is why when we add new books, we have to really redo that and then make another release with a new version. So now we are thinking we can actually even redesign in such a way that dynamically we should be able to upload any file so that everybody can aggregate it. So it can be done better.
His name is Sanatan Prabhu. Okay, very interesting.
Sanatan Prabhu, yes.
No, very beautiful app, very elegant. And one question I had for you, Prabhu, because you covered a lot of ground, and actually I really relate to your whole story about how you had the important job and you could have gone further, but all you wanted to do was Guru Seva. I can really relate to that, actually, in a very present day way. And obviously that's a journey you get to. You don't normally go immediately from nothing to that. what do you think was Gurudev's most profound instruction for you, either given generally or to you specifically, that you feel included so much mercy for you to help to make that journey to wanting to be fully engaged Guru Seva?
Yeah, because what I feel is the instruction that he was giving to translate his books, that led me to read the books thoroughly, more thoroughly, because when we translate, that, because we have to understand the sentence exactly and grasp it and put it in a way so that it does not lose even a single bit of meaning, what we intended. So that was a challenge, and that was why I was really taking more time. And that was a big blessing, because by doing that, because you will understand the philosophy so nicely. And that was another reason that I could really do the preaching to our Sangha.
So is that when you translated into Tamil?
Yes, to Tamil, because when we really try, exactly. I was translating to Tamil, but we have to have a complete understanding about the original scriptures before we translate. And I was really always giving utmost importance to make sure that it is translated perfectly without losing anything. Because of that, I was reading and so in depth, that helped me to really understand, and then also feel the real mood of Gurudev, because he is in the books. Yes, so that was probably the biggest.
And that's very beautiful, because you told us the story about how you were in work, and whenever you got time, you'd print out a bit more of the book. So it seems that Gurudev saw you do that and reciprocated with your greed and gave you more mercy.
Yes.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. This is what we always need to realize, how, and I think you really presence this in your Pushpanjali, how Gurudev is so, it's up to us. You ended it very well by referring to the quote, "I'm closer to you than the air that you breathe." And if we recognize that mercy, that relationship, that immediacy, that being so close to us, closer to anyone else, our only friend, we can presence that in our lives. We just have to accept. We don't really have to do anything. It's more cat than monkey, because all we have to do is acknowledge it, receive it, and it's there. It's very beautiful.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I'm even more excited that we're going to be serving together. Thank you for letting me serve with you.
Thank you for giving opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.